And so we've rebranded it, and MakerREMIX was born. So check it out, guys. This is the MakerREMIX website right here. There's a brand new homepage. It's really nice. It gives people a bunch of reasons to sign up, which is always important. And then you can sign up for free. There's buttons literally every 30 feet in here to sign up. If you haven't already done it, I highly recommend it because you are missing out on an excellent website.
I'm not sure if they got in there.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Laser Podcast. I think this is episode 91.
Yep.
And that's pretty badass. We've got some cool things to talk about today. Of course, all the normal stuff as well. 22 people here. What's up? As always, we've got Boise. Boise, I feel like it's been a minute, bro. Has it been a minute?
Last week?
No.
Yeah.
What about the week before that?
Last Tuesday? I don't know. I don't know. I don't go back much farther than that in my head.
Matt's here. What's up, Matt?
Oh, you know, everything, like always, just being fantastic.
And
there it is.
You guys wouldn't know this, but Kyle's been dead and now he's alive. Hello, Kyle.
Hey, how's it going?
2 hands up for Kyle in the chat.
And check.
Hello, yeah.
So,
Oh,
above the table. Yeah, I don't really know where to start. So much has changed since last week.
Yes.
Last week we announced the link beta, and this week, pretty much the entire company has been flipped on its head and is getting rebranded and redone. It's exciting, but there's a lot to go over. So, and I'm just publishing like a ton of these changes right now. I'm really bothered by the way my hat looks, and I'm going to just fix it.
I can tell you, I was going to say, I can tell you exactly why you thought it's been a minute since you saw Boyce.
There we go.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute since you think you saw Boyce because you've been like literally sucked into the internet for like 7 days straight.
Yeah, maybe everybody else has seen Boyce and I haven't.
Yeah.
I've literally spoken with him several times. We had lunch.
Last Tuesday, we had the launch, and I was here.
Right, we had lunch.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Kyle, welcome to your resurrection. That's nice.
Yeah, it's good to be
Willie
back.
says, the problem's usually hearing Boyce. Not anymore, guys. I got my shite together.
We convinced Boyce to get a desktop computer set up over there, and he literally I got into the live stream, and Boyce is sitting there with his coffee mug like, oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Like, what the crap? Like, I can hear you, and I can see you, and everything's fine. And that was good, man.
It's very fortunate to not have any misfortunes with my tech here. But yeah, the damn laptops, man, are just not, consistent. Those damn batteries overheat and they swell or whatever it is. They go dead quickly. So this desktop is thankfully what I needed.
Oh my gosh. Willie throwing out the first
Anthony
question.
says that must have been one jacked up diaper Miranda dropped on him.
Oh my God. Willie's already got the first question. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, hit it.
Lego.
All right. Boom. So I'm going to throw out the first question. With a UV laser on glass, does keeping an image create a better etch than a trace?
I prefer using vectors.
Yeah.
There's a draw to that too. So if you're working with something that has grayscale to it, like if you're doing a brand, right?
Oh.
If you have like a tapered gradient, right? You can't vectorize a gradient.
Right.
It has to be dithered. Or you can go grayscale, but that doesn't really bode well for everything. So on glass, where possible, I like to avoid grayscale. Because it doesn't. Sometimes dithers don't.
They don't translate.
They don't translate the same way they would on like
aluminum. And, yeah.
They don't get dithering, huh?
Well, But like
just my opinion and how I do stuff. But.
Yeah, and I bet you $50 if you had like a 10 watt, like that's the difference. I really think that the big thing is on a 5 watt, which is the machine that Kyle and I have. And I think Alex has the 5 watt also, right? Or is it 3 watt?
Alex has a 5 watt Ingu. I have a 5 watt JPT, and you have a 5 watt JPT.
So basically, by the way, I'm sure there's a way and there's a method. I think that if you like painted the glass and it had like kind of like the Norton white tile method or something like that, you could probably see like a more consistent gradient. But I agree. I think the 5 watt, just because glass, like there's inconsistencies at a level that I don't really see with my eye. Sometimes the dither might be a little dead in this spot versus another. And so that image doesn't come out as clear and consistently, at least with what I've done. Now, the other thing too is like, is it leaded glass at all? Like, does it have, not lead? What's what I'm talking about?
Unleaded.
No, what's the...
like crystal versus glass?
Yeah, like if it's crystal or glass, like, so not leaded, stupid. But if you've got crystal versus glass, that's a thing. You've also got the thing like the silicate in the amount of silicate in the glass too. One makes, like, if it's got a higher silicate content, in my opinion, it looks more sandy looking, like it almost looks like a sandblasted. And so that could be something. And then I know too that, crystal, Miranda said, thank you, Miranda, being smart. And not smart. And so that's my take on it too. So just like Kyle was saying, the type of glass matters as much as the pattern. It could be too, and this is one of those things I want to play around with when we've got time. Is there something, kind of like how you got to find that sweet spot on aluminum and that sweet spot on steel and that kind of thing? Maybe there's a sweet spot on those glasses. So just a thought.
And just following that up too, since it's related, could you go over dither, newsprint, et cetera, for which works better? It entirely depends on what you're working on and what your source image is.
Oh, are we talking about?
Yes. Yes, we are.
Come on.
The dither patterns are exactly what they are. They're patterns. So when you're going through them, you need to decide which one you like better. There's like one of our kind of go-tos is Jarvis. A lot of them are kind of similar, and the only differences you're going to see are if you like really zoom in. And then there's other ones like newsprint that are really good for like really low DPI images because they tend to portray things differently, is what I found. That's just kind of my take on that, but it's all opinion based.
Well, newsprints for like, if you have like a really big dot size, newsprint makes sense because the cells that make up that newsprint pattern are like multiple pixels like jammed together. And it doesn't matter what you set your image resolution to, the cells that make up the newsprint will always be the same size. So once you find a cell structure that works, it kind of takes resolution out of the equation. The benefit of that is that you can do decent looking images with a really big spot size. But the downside to that is that you're throwing away tons of detail. So if you can get smaller than the cell size of a newsprint, then it makes more sense to do it with one of the dither patterns.
And by the way, if you don't know what we're talking about, in the buying guide below, the link to the buying guide, there's this right here, which is a microscope, a little USB microscope. This is like one of the best, like $20-25, maybe 30, depending if you want to get fancy, that you can buy to learn what the hell that is. Because Kyle and Alex and everybody were talking about that a long time ago, and I'm like, yes, I know what these mean. And then you can literally look at it for like $20. You can like stick it on the card and see it all, and you realize. And the reason we were talking about that, by the way, Alex, is because we were talking about putting images on glass, and I was talking about whether it mattered if it was leaded or not, and that's where Jack in the Shop's talking about the 87 octane gasoline. Yes.
Another good reference for that too is Alex's part 1 and 2 photo guide. If you haven't watched that, it really digs into the science behind it, and actually it's kind of a misnomer is the wrong word, but I'm going to say it anyway. It's kind of a misnomer because it's not just for photos. You actually get a deeper understanding of the structure and kind of the deeper understanding to how the engraving is, like the line distance, the DPI is affecting your engraving, and how like the dot and like the scan lines overlap and it can kind of wash out detail on rasterized artwork versus vectors, which are just blank wipes of engraved area anyway, kind of thing. Yeah. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out for the love of God.
It's probably the best thing we've ever
answers a lot of questions
done.
I think it's like the number 2 most popular viewed video.
Should
on the
be
channel.
number 1, man. I'm pretty sure that's our best video. I think just like quality wise,
it's been working its way up.
Yeah,
it's been getting a lot of views recently.
It has been,
especially as like Q4 is coming up and Christmas and everything. Like, learn to do that kind of thing because it's easy money. Like on acrylic, especially.
Yeah.
To make a little round acrylic thing, like someone sends you a picture, you prep it in Lightburn. And then just pop on acrylic.
I mean, if you get good at photos, and I mean good at photos, that
print money
sets you apart from everybody else in the area. There's like literally only so many people in your area. Like everybody can have a machine, but only so many people are going to be good at photos, and it's
a niche. Yeah,
something that you can do easily, and it's something that we fully support at Laser Everything and like have a complete understanding of. And I don't say that a lot, I'm always like, oh, it's Laser Everything, we're still learning. Like photos, we've got it, and we can literally get you there from any point in the learning curve. It's a really good one. So that's
a very New Yorker, Alex. He's like, you want photos? We got photos.
We got bing bang boom.
Well, that's the difference too. Taking a rough guess at something because you can do vectors doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get consistent results with rasters, especially when you have differences in brightness and contrast and all that. Once you get a handle on that, you kind of open up doors to a lot of things.
And especially if somebody has 2 different skin tones, that makes a big difference. I've noticed when me and Diana did a picture together, she's darker and complected, I'm lighter. I do look like I was freaking a snowball. Or I was not.
Cue ball.
Dude, that's especially challenging too. Not like just the fact that okay, white people, super easy to engrave. It's just the way it is. Brown people, especially dark brown people, fucking being good at photos is the difference between, oh, that's a person, and like that is a fucking just
shadow.
Shadow, essentially. And
just washed out.
When you have the 2 of them contrasting,
let me tell you, I've engraved a lot of shadows. You know what I mean? And like once you figure out the right way to do it, and you're like, oh my god, like there's brown people on my engraving. Like that's a really big breakthrough moment, and that means that you got good. That means you got good.
That's where you talk about in the video. That's where you talk about Photoshop and having the understanding shadow, contrast, and the lighting and all this stuff. So it's really worth watching, guys. If you haven't seen it,
go check it out.
Just saying. Almost done with the question. I only had a few.
It's all good.
So Makers and Joe said, so guys, thinking about a UV, thinking about 5-watt air-cooled or 10-watt water-cooled, mostly for wine glasses. What are your thoughts? And if 5-watt is better to go with for 3D UV?
So the addressing the first question, 5-watt versus 10-watt, the question is, do you want a water cooler or do you want to air? And really the key there is, do you get into freezing temperatures in your shop? Do you have room for an additional water cooler to stick next to your...
Are you running this 12 hours a day?
Yeah. Are you running it constantly? Are you in a very, very, very hot environment 99% of the time for long periods of time?
Cooling aside,
those all make differences.
Because you can get a water-cooled 5-watt. Like,
right.
Yeah.
I think it's like budget, and here it's like, I would never say this about fiber lasers, but just buy what you can get. If you can get 10 watts, that's the answer. Especially with UV. I feel like it's really important to just get as many watts as possible, because it's so difficult to work with a low wattage UV, and like the 5 is passable in my experience. The 10 would be so much nicer, and it's expensive. It's a high bar, it's a high barrier to entry,
and it's got a shorter lifespan too than a fiber, remember, as well.
Yeah,
so it's an investment.
But if you can afford it, like, get more wattage, because it will make working with it so much easier.
Actually, I can show you really quickly why you might want to get it. So
$10,000 more.
Yeah.
It's a huge difference.
Not 10 grand more. It's 10 grand or more for 10 watt. Like for 5 watt, as far as I know, it was $6,500 the last time I checked. It could have gone up or down. I don't know.
The 10s are like 12 to 15 for anything worth having.
That's what I'm saying. Like I saw, like it's one of those ones where you see it for 10,000 and you're like, I don't.
The last price quote I saw for like a 12 watt Ingu was like 18 grand.
Oh my god! Yeah. 12 watts, insane.
And you can get 15 watt JPTs. I mean,
yeah,
they get up there, but the cost goes up rapidly.
The other thing I was going to say, like Alex Campbell is the only person who I know who's got a 12 watt, and that's because he literally has a multi-million-dollar facility and business that runs glass, like thousands of glasses. Now, if you're running thousands of glasses and you're making $10 to $12 per glass, make it happen. You'll do that in a month. You'll pay that off. But like this is why I would say 10 watt would be good. So my 5 watt, I don't know if you can make me big or not. So I've got this is a snifter, right? There you go. And so it's kind of hard to see with the light there, but long story short, as it goes across the bulbous area of the snifter, you can see where like right here at the top of it and at the bottom of it, so this is just a 5 watt non-3D, just standard 5 watt UV, and it does a pretty good job marking it. But right here at the top, I lose the ability to mark, and I probably, if I had a 10 watt, could maybe go to like here and even further down here. And so just for you guys to see, I mean, you can see the bulb on it. It's a pretty
with the reason why I'm saying that too is with the 10 watt, you get the ability to drive larger lenses, which gives you a larger focal range.
Yeah, but this guy's also asking about 3D machines, in which case, I mean, that kind of invalidates a lot of this.
Right. Yeah, well, that's where I was going with a 10 watt. You'd be able to have that little bit of extra with the 3D. You could do it with a 5 watt, but now you're paying for that 3D scan head, and on top of that, you're going to have to use EasyCAD 3, which negates light burn. So now you have to learn a whole new thing. If you're down with learning EasyCAD 3, right? If you're down with learning a 3D software,
and on top of that, you're going to be doing it largely alone. The vast majority of the laser marking community works in 2D or 2.5D. It's not a 3D space. 1 in every 100 people that I talk to have a 3D laser at best.
You're going to pay for that specialty training from somebody who does it. Going to be my, like, I don't know.
What I would say too, when it comes to 2D versus 3D, if you're doing a lot, like large quantities of the same glass with the same shape and the same size, plus or minus 2%, because they're all going to be a little different anyway. That's where 3D is going to shine, because you have to program where the curve is. You need to invest time into getting that set up. Whereas with 2D and a rotary, it doesn't really matter, because you're handling a diameter and you're setting it to focus at the top of the curve, and you already have a split distance and all that. So options to weigh.
Yep. All right. Good answers. Let's see. Matt, seen my photos on copper. Yep. Making fun of my leaded glass comment. Can I ask, how do I charge for photos? Here you go. What's a good price point for a photo?
$1,000.
That's a great one. Good answer, boys.
Depends on what you're putting it on. Are you selling the product and also the engraving, or are you just engraving the product? How much does that product going to cost to replace if you screw it up?
I don't remember the actual number, but when I was doing photos on like just like nonsense, like wood or whatever, and it was just wood, and not like some priceless family heirloom, I was doing like $1 a square inch. So it was like, with a minimum, obviously, but a 6x10 or whatever would be like $60. It's not like perfect, but it's a good starting point, and then you can kind of go from there. It's just
I just did a memorial piece on walnut, which is a little more expensive, but the engraving is much more beautiful.
The material
matters. So like the walnut, it was a 6x8, and I had a shadow box I got for super cheap on Alibaba months ago, actually a year ago almost. But I sold that for $70 and 6x8.
That $1 per square inch did not include the material. Like they paid for the material too. Yeah.
And then the other thing too is I've seen on Etsy for just because like acrylic is a really easy medium to purchase and etch on with a CO2 laser like a gantry. That's where you can, or if you get like a dark or semi opaque acrylic, you can actually engrave with the fiber, and it's really fun and easy and fast as heck. But long story short, you can knock out Christmas ornaments really quick and easy, and it's like printing a $20 bill, like every time, just a 3-inch one with a little tab on top. $20. So if that's like, I mean, I see them sell like, I think somebody had like 18,000 sales on Etsy, and it's just like making money because the acrylic probably cost them $1.50.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And following that up, why are UVs as expensive for such low wattage? UVs are basically fiber lasers that run a filter so that you're only getting that spectrum wavelength,
which is not a lot of the light coming through. And
yeah,
it's not like, it's like a series of filters. It's really complicated. And
they cost more to produce.
1 watt of UV is not equivalent to 1 watt of fiber either. The UVs are much higher energy beams, so they pack more of a punch with less wattage. Just one of many reasons.
Yeah. Another way to compare it to is it's kind of like comparing a diode to a CO2. While they work on similar materials, it's not a 1-to-1 wattage comparison.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A lot of good UV questions. It's almost like people were drawn here for the UV information tonight.
I know, right?
Interesting.
I wonder why that is.
I don't know. And then let's see. Is it good for wood? Tyler Durden. Don't ask about Fight
UV?
Yeah.
Yes.
Great for wood.
Yeah, good for wood. It's
Great
good
for
for it's good for acrylic once you can get the settings down for an engrave, like a light, gentle engraving. It's good for metal. It's good for glass.
You can get a finer quality engraving on wood with a UV than any other laser.
Here, I'll get you, Kyle, when you're ready.
I just hope you're not in a rush.
There you go.
This is dirty. So
yeah, there we go.
It's dirty. This has been sitting out collecting crap on it for the last 8 months. But
stuff.
This and backwards. This and this are at 1200 DPI, and this is bamboo, which is notably a pain in the butt.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this is just some test images.
Oh, look at that.
Merry Christmas.
Now, how long did that take? Because that looks like it's like 6 inches by 6 inches or something. That's like 8.
I mean, you're running it at 1200 DPI.
Yeah.
And I think it was like maybe 500 or 400 speed. Okay. So it took some time.
I mean, we were doing those business cards like a month or 2 ago with the appropriate method of finding your resolution. And we were doing like 800 DPI images on metal business cards, which is
pretty solid.
2.5 times what your
I was going to say, for people who don't know, like 350 is like the standard, like 330, 350.
With that, I was working with a 150 lens, and at 800 DPI, I could barely see there was a little bit of a line gap going still. It's really hard to see it that small because even at 1200 magnification, especially on wood, like
it's almost like
I couldn't distinguish overburning until I got to like 1500 or 1600 DPI.
Yeah.
And there was one more photo engraving that I thought was worth talking about that John brought up, which is really cool and very true. One of the coolest photo engraving videos on Laser Everything YouTube is the one with Jimmy did on canvas with the paint. And so if you haven't seen that before, you can go back and look, I think, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, like, I can't remember when, but I think it was around Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Yeah, it's after.
It was cold. I remember it was cold as hell because he had his jacket on in him. But fucking Jimmy. And so like he literally. So if you've never seen it, he literally takes a canvas and he spray paints it. What did he do? White on the bottom? No, not white. The canvas
it's a white
is white
canvas.
on the bottom.
It's a white canvas.
Canvas with black
from like Michael's.
Yeah, for like $1 canvas, and then he basically laid it out like a 12 by 12 with using a 300 lens, and zapped it off once. And then he zapped it off a second time. He kind of looked at it, and it took minutes. And they were like, "Mwah." And so it's really, really cool video to watch. And he gives you all the settings, all the things. And at Christmas time, that's a great photo. Like my parents just lost their dog on last, I think it was Friday, actually. And like that's one of those things where you can definitely help people out feel better with stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, so just saying, cool stuff. Good call, John.
I still have my material to go do Jimmy's video because I want to do that. I think that'd be just something fun to do.
Yeah. I've got a video planned for doing multicolor, but
multipass.
It'll happen eventually.
Tyler
I have my testing one back there somewhere. I showed it on stream like a month ago or something.
Oh, I remember that one. Any way to engrave light colored woods with a 30-watt fiber laser?
It's not the right tool for the job.
It'll burn it. It'll catch it on fire. There's some people who have had luck with it, but it's one of those asterisk marks next to it, in my opinion. Could you? Sure. Should you? Will it be great?
Yeah.
No.
You ever pull a piece of wood out of a fire that's half burned and stick it in water and look at it the next day? It kind of looks like that kind of burning.
The problem is by the time you get enough energy in one spot to do anything to it, it's burning. So that's a issue.
If you want to be a firebender from, the last Avatar, yeah, literally you could just be like,
I get the reference. Yes.
I was really proud of you on that one. Nice.
You didn't get multipass?
Multipass.
Multipass.
No, don't know what that is.
Big bada boom.
Fuck you, boy.
Anyways.
Fifth Element, man.
Yeah, it's Fifth Element.
Yeah, big bada boom.
See.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Makers and Joe. Thank you
for the support.
Thank you.
Let's see. Is there anything else? I thought there was some more that was in there.
Fifth Element is a great movie, though, by the way.
Oh,
Sorry.
You know what? John has another great comment here. It took me a lot of material test pieces to dial in my diode lasers, speed, and power to get light, medium, and dark engraves. There's actually a person in LMA who had asked about the material test grid this week, and that's one of those things which is such a powerful tool. And I think we're going to be going back to maybe talk about that because Kyle and I were talking about it. That might be something. It's a
couple episodes out on the crash course for gantry, at least. But we are going to get to that.
Can we talk about how Boyce doesn't know what the Fifth Element is? I'm really bothered by that.
No, I said I've watched it. It's a good movie.
Multipass.
That's such a lying tone. He's like, oh,
I just don't remember that line.
EmergencyStop.net. You haven't heard the last of me. Are we good? Do you guys want to see the new stuff?
Hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah. I think we slammed some good UV questions. Let's talk about.
We can swing back through.
We
have that little star button now, so if you guys see things come up, just smash the star button, and we'll do like a once over before we close out. Look at this, guys. It's shiny and new. Well, this isn't. This is the Laser Everything website. You're used to seeing this, and there is a new link. We have a new link. We love new links. Why didn't you do it? Oh, I didn't push the button to export my changes. I did this literally 5 minutes before the show started, so it's going to take a second for that to publish. Never mind. Give me another minute.
Oh, look at that. Here you go. This would be a great time during this intermission. Like Laura said, speaking about slamming, how about everybody smash that like button?
You could slam the like button if you like that better.
You can smash it, you can slap it, you can slam it.
If you're going to smash the like button, it's top down, but if you're going to slam it, you have to pick the like button up and slam it down, like kind of upside down. Yeah.
You're probably going to upset your children.
It's a different motion.
Look at this. Here's one of my former students. Matt does it all. Quit his old job. Missed you. Thanks. Thanks, Joe.
Friend of yours, I was going to say.
Yeah, that was literally one of my former students. So I was talking to him. Yeah. So, represent Durant.
Does Joe have a laser?
No, he is actually going into the military after graduation. And so he's going to be going into the Air Force for, I think, military.
Air Force. You can totally have a laser in the Air Force.
Oh, yeah, I know. But I'm saying he wants to be an MP. So he's
the Air Force plays with lasers, actually.
That's true. Don't shine lasers at the Air Force, though. Don't do that.
Okay, no, I think that we are done. Hold on. Let me check. Whoop. Hey, yes. Okay, beautiful. So,
you did a thing.
So here we are, guys. Look, under the settings page, right here, UV laser settings. There's a library here now. It is a community library, and Kyle has gone ahead and uploaded his glass setting. Is this cut or Mark? Is it Mark?
Mark, baby. It's Mark.
And I think Matt has a cut setting.
Yeah,
that he was going to dump up here. Let me see. Yeah, engrave Mark for a 150. That's nice and standard. Yep. So if you guys are at all familiar with our PRAM libraries, the community-driven ones, you can now access the community UV library, which is really cool, especially because I think we've essentially given up trying to make just like a all-in-one download and install it UV library. I think there's too many differences between sources. You know, I think that this is probably the best way to do it. That way you're matching, when you're looking for a setting, you're matching your exact source to one that somebody else has, you know, and you'll be able to find params for your machine that way. I think that's really going to be the best way to do it. Comments?
Get on board with it.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, otherwise it's just going to be chaos in the streets and people lighting fires and installing the wrong parameter library.
If you don't know about it, yes, we have the fiber laser settings. I guess we'll just open them all really quick. Yes, we have the fiber laser settings, and we have the very heavily neglected CO2 gantry laser settings library, which I honestly thought was going to be the most full. I thought this one
share information.
I thought this one was going to be overflowing because everybody has a CO2 laser and everybody's got a billion settings for them. I thought this was going to be the one where you could roll in and just find an infinite amount of settings. So if you guys have CO2 gantry settings to share, please come dump them here. They're so simple and universal. You know, I'm really surprised that there isn't more on here.
That's my bad.
Yeah, it is. It is kind of your bad voice. Yeah, that's true.
That's my bad for sure. I did all that material test.
Yeah, we have a couple. Shout out to Dave from Gulf Coast. Threw a couple up the other day.
David's been awesome sharing those big 150 watt.
I'd really like to see more on the CO2 gantry laser settings library, guys. So the fiber one is just yeeted into oblivion. There's pages of stuff now for the fiber library. Pages of stuff. So you could no doubt come in here and find some setting that you've never used before, and it's going to work for your machine. So that's sick. And now we've got the UV laser library. So if you've got a UV laser, especially you people that are listening to this after the fact, and I know that's a lot of you, come dump it here. And you can find that again at lasereverything.net. If you just come under UV laser settings, it's going to be right there. And you can check that out. The other news, actually, there's two more pieces of Laser Everything news. The link beta is over. We thought that software was going to be a lot less finished than it was. It actually works very well, really, really, really well. And so we've rebranded it, and MakerREMIX was born. So check it out, guys. This is the MakerREMIX website right here. And there's a brand new homepage. It's really nice. It gives people a bunch of reasons to sign up, which is always important. And then you can sign up for free. There's buttons literally every 30 feet in here to sign up. If you haven't already done it, I highly recommend it because you are missing out on an excellent website. This is it. I'm not going to go too in depth because we did go over it quite a bit when it was Link in beta. Not a ton has changed yet, but there are a couple things that I want to point out in case you're new and you haven't spent a lot of time here yet. Here are the highlights. Here are the things that you want to check out. So the first is the forums. Definitely check out the forums. There's not a lot in here right now, but there are important things in here. I'm going to point out the bug reporting section and the feature request section. People are starting to find it, but these are really important to make the site better. We're collecting a huge list of things that need to be fixed or improved or added, and they're all getting dumped to the developers who can start working on this when the marketplace is done. And the marketplace is almost done. We're going to take a look at that today too. But we want to make sure that the experience is as good as possible. And because it's not just a Facebook clone, there are so many other little modules and things kind of attached to it to make it more useful for us, for makers. I want to make sure that those things are working well or even exist if you guys don't know about them already. So again, first two things right there. The other thing is we are keeping a rolling list of updates for this site in here in the very top forum. So this is everything that's already been reported or I've discovered on my own that need to be fixed. We will have a list of things that are currently in development once the marketplace is done again. And then we'll have a list of things that have been completed. I've been able to complete a few things on my own. I'm not a programming coding god, but I've been able to do a couple things. I've been able to do a couple things here and there. I'll probably be able to do a couple more before the devs actually start. So that's that. Second is the wiki. This has more potential, I think, than anything on this website, and it is the least functional thing here right now. It's really hard. It's very easy to make a new page. I would encourage people to make new pages now. If you have a topic you want to write about, make a new page. What's really hard is finding those pages after they've been added. There's no navigation or hierarchy. There isn't even a search. There's no search bar. You cannot search. So unless it's hard linked, like I hard linked this laser engraving, I clicked laser, and that's not even working right now, which is lovely. So essentially
work in progress.
Yeah, essentially if you want to add a page and then link it, you have to click new page, then you have to type the page up, save it, reload it so that you're viewing it, copy the URL, paste it into a hot link generator or a hyperlink generator, generate a hyperlink, copy that, and then paste it into a page that already exists somewhere. It's literally
so simple.
It's horrible. So that's, again, I think this has some of the most promise out of everything on this site, but it's the least complete. So definitely a lot of things we want to improve there. The images page is really cool. Make sure you check that out. Blah, 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 blah. Audio. I've been doing a really short kind of mini series called Uplink. That's just kind of documenting changes and reasons why we're doing things. If you guys are curious about MakerREMIX as a brand and kind of what the long-term plan is and where this website is going, I would listen to this. It answers those questions. This isn't even me and the guys. It's literally me with a Zoom H4n sitting here talking like this, just kind of getting my thoughts out in between like tasks.
Captain's log 1.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of like a captain's log. So if you want to listen to that, that's in the audio section there. Similarly, I've been writing just small blogs as we've been making changes or improvements. You can check those out here. Hopefully we'll start seeing some more blogs in here from other creators. And if we do, remember, if you go to somebody's profile, you can always click blogs on their profile and see just the stuff that they've written. That goes for images and videos as well. So it's really handy. There are so many groups now. Look at all these groups. Have you guys seen these yet?
I've seen like 8 of them.
There's a lot of groups. Yeah, they're Diode Lasers, Etsy ins and outs. We have a marketplace vendor group here for marketplace vendors. So, there's another place you can get that info. Woodworking, CNC, wholesale, jewelers, Shopify, Remix Trailblazers, like beta testers, and a Lightburn user group. There's tons of stuff in here. I'm really glad you guys are making groups. That makes me really excited that we kind of like handed off those tools and you guys are like, yes. So that's great. Thank you to everybody who's made a group. If you don't see a group that you'd like, anybody can make a group. You don't need special permissions. You can just do it. So I encourage you to do so. It's very simple.
Quick thing real quick.
Yeah,
can you
please,
go to the
breathe.
Just go to the go to the homepage real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And then scroll down right there to Grant Clark.
I know.
And this is what's cool about this. There's just like some really super nerdy shit, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like it literally says a while back, Alex posted videos today with an X-Tool rotary on a CO2 laser to make sure I did it right. I bought a stepper driver, connected it to my Raspberry Pi test setup, and he's testing out the amperage and the motor stayed cool. So he's like, it's really neat. Like you've got people doing all kinds of stuff and they're sharing projects that they might not have otherwise on different platforms, I guess. Because I've never seen that before. It's pretty slick.
Yeah, and that actually
looks confusing.
Yeah.
That actually brings me to another good point too. Over here, so you can see recent blog entries, which is really nice. Recent threads. So this is specifically for the forum. This is specifically for blogs. And we didn't see this the last time I showed the website on the podcast because there wasn't really anything to show yet. Now that it's populated, I was like, oh, that's cool. Look at that. You know, there's a bunch of stuff we didn't know about. Recent questions. If you want to answer somebody's question, if you want to make their day, this is the place to look. It looks like there's a new one in here right now. So if we click that, Bill asked this question: what lens would I need for a fiber laser to cut a shape in stainless steel? That's 37 centimeters long. Whoa, by 13 centimeters. What is that? That's huge, right?
You need a fiber cutter for that, buddy.
Yeah.
That's 370 millimeters. That's not going to fit under your standard lens. And to get a 400 by 400 lens for that to fit on,
to cut through it,
Is that like 13
you're
inches?
talking high wattage.
what wattage is your laser? Yeah, do you have like a 300 watt laser?
And that's a special order lens anyway.
type
Most
in
people
the
don't
answer.
carry 400 millimeter lenses.
Yeah, and you can. So here you can leave a comment, or this bigger box at the bottom. A lot of people don't know this. This is for the actual answer. So if multiple people leave answers, you actually get kind of like an upvote system, which is really, really cool. So like, let's see. So here's my this was my test question. So when you actually post a real answer, like an answer, Jesus, boys.
Sorry about that.
You have, if you actually post a real answer using this box on the bottom, and I don't know why this is on the bottom, and it's poorly labeled, things to fix, guys. You get this little upvote button, and you can actually upvote or downvote the best answer, and it'll order these answers for the person that asked the question. I think that's really cool because then the good answers will float to the top, kind of Reddit style. So if you haven't checked out the question section at all, and I don't think a lot of people have seen this yet, I would check it out. It works really well already. So that's one of the cooler things that's on there. Also, the link directory I've started. So I like Maker YouTube, right? And I'm just adding like my favorite Maker channels from YouTube in this list. Anybody can add a listing to the directory, the link directory. So you could add, like, I put blanks, right? And I put like Swiss buoy in here for coins. And anybody can add listings to any of these categories. I don't think regular users can add categories, but if you ask me, I will just do it because it takes 3 seconds. It's very easy. You click add a listing, you enter a title, a description, the link, and then you drop down and select a category, and that's it. You're done. It's super duper easy, and we can build like a really awesome directory of links together, I think. In the long run, just for updates and things like that, I think I will ask the devs to put like a little thumbnail here, like a square thumbnail or something, so that you can get like a tiny preview of what the website looks like, but not right now. That's not happening anytime soon. But anyway, I really like the link directory. Check that out. I still haven't tested the event section because location is still broken, but when they fix that, I'm going to add LBX here. That'll be my first kind of like test event. So we'll throw that up and give that a try. Classifieds. This is, guys, look, there's actually stuff up for sale in the classifieds, which is pretty crazy. So there's a used honeycomb table and a RF source, which is cool. So this is what the listings actually look like when you make them, and there's a price. There's not a super easy way to contact the people who posted the listing yet. You can click their name here and add them as a friend, but I want to make like even just like a comment section for people to ask public questions or something. I'd really like to expand on that a little bit, but it's working. Multiple people have posted real things for sale, and I think that's cool.
I think you could also friend somebody and then message them. Like in the bottom right hand, you can see the chat bubble.
Yeah,
the yellow.
Yeah, that's on my list of things to talk about today as well. But Matt, do you want to help me demo this real quick?
Oh, if I can log in. Hold on a second.
While Matt is logging in, the other thing that I wanted to show is pages. And this is pretty cool. So nobody's made a page yet, but I made this post about the live stream tonight. And I don't know if you guys noticed this that are already on there, But when I posted this to my fan page, my Laser Everything fan page, I posted the live stream. It actually showed up in the news feed as if Laser Everything had posted it instead of me from my admin profile. So here you can see Laser Everything. Because I made this post from the fan page, the company is making the post in the regular stream. And I think that's super cool. It's just not something I would have thought of. I would have expected it to just show up on the fan page wall and it would just die there, unless people like came to my fan page. No, it posts it in the feed. And that's really cool for people who want to be vendors on the marketplace and people that are just trying to kind of like, have a business presence here or want to showcase like their growth as a company, things like that, being able to make those posts. And then if I'm like wondering like ACD, I'm like, man, I wonder how Boyce is doing with ACD. And I can just like go to the ACD thing and like there's going to be like a bunch of business updates, links to his pages. I can do what he's working on, stuff like that. I think that's all really good use of this. Are you logged in? Yeah, great. So the old chat was up here, guys. It was up between your friends list and your notifications. Oh God, these notifications are horrible. They really need to be fixed. But that is gone. Old chat is gone. It was horrible. This is new chat. It's called Arrow Chat. You can see who's online, who's away. We actually have different chat rooms. So I can come in here and click on Matt and I can be like, yo, blah, blah, blah. I'll shoot you a message. Click. If you send me a message right now, I'll show them what the notification looks like. Boom. Right. So you get like pop-ups. For some reason, avatars aren't showing up right now, which is weird. But we're working on that.
Later problem.
And then we have chat rooms too. So I can make chat rooms for different topics. So this is kind of cool. You want to meet me in link chat, dude? Which I need to update link chat. That's not accurate anymore. And I can be like, hey, yo, echo. Because there's nobody in here.
Oh, I'm in here on my thing.
Oh, really? Is that still not working?
It says there's two of us in here. But that's what's interesting is it does work. Because like it says there's two of us in here.
Oh my God, I had the worstest day ever.
The worstest day ever.
Oh, I've never seen the reply button.
Yeah.
Ooh. That show up for you?
Yep.
It did? Really? Just now?
Mm-hmm. It says, ooh.
Send it back to me. Just say something else. Mine doesn't update live.
Oh, that's because you're the worstest.
Yeah, it probably just hates me. So anyway, guys, I can make different chat rooms for different things. The chat is much better than the old one.
Maybe it's a cache thing. That's something we've been discovering too, is like emptying caches, having caches, resetting caches.
Yeah.
Just saying. But anyways, another time.
Look at all the members that just jumped into link chat.
Jack, hey, in the shop.
Yeah, Jack and Ian, what's up, guys? So anyway, that's new chat. So just wanted to show that off too. I think that's everything that I wanted to cover about the changes to this. If you guys haven't signed up, I really recommend that you do it. The last thing that I want to talk about, and then I will shut up, is the market and buying guide, soon to be the merch shop. That's on my to-do list tonight. Have been rebranded to MakerREMIX. So it's now market.makerremix.com. And it's got MakerREMIX branding on everything. Same thing with the buying guide. I haven't changed the logo out yet, but it's buyingguide.makerremix.com. Don't worry. I actually did my due diligence this time and made sure that buyingguide.lasereverything.net and shop.lasereverything.net would forward. So you don't need to trip over those things. They all work. I've tested them thoroughly today. But your vendor panel login is still here. Everything that you have done to set up your marketplace shop is still there. It's all working fine. There are no issues. It's just a domain name change, and it's not a big deal. So you guys are all set on that.
I also updated or turned in a UV setting, just so you know.
Hey, yo. I'll go approve that soon.
I got in trouble.
For what?
for blowing our fucking ears out.
Oh yeah, you did.
My fault.
Voices, manly coughs.
This MakerREMIX community is the community tab on this page, by the way. And then we have Maker Centers, and Laser Everything is the first link. It's weird that it's in a menu, though. If it's only one thing, maybe more things will come after it. Yeah, at some point. So that'll take you right back to Laser Everything.
So elusive.
So it's all interlinked, and you can get kind of back and forth between things really easy. I tried to make that really easy for you guys.
Look at the five icons. Digicons.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, these right here.
Yeah.
Yep. The one of these is laser.
So many things are coming in.
All right. So yeah, I think that's about it.
Oh, and then I'm pretty proud of, like, Alex worked really hard on the whole, like, symbols and logo and all that kind of stuff. It was really good. I thought it was proud of you, buddy. Because my ability to work with Photoshop, trash.
Dude, I did do like this is the default banner for vendors at the marketplace now. So it's kind of cool. So if you sign up today or whatever to be a vendor, this will be your banner by default until you set it to something appropriate for your store. And I also threw together, and I like this little guy right here. That's the default vendor profile picture. Which is kind of cool. It's like a robot. So
it actually looks almost like if you're looking at somebody from the top down while they're wearing their headphones, and they're just like,
I see it. Like this is the nose right here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's basically us. Someone has a camera.
And then look, MakerREMIX. It's everything you need. Sign up free, and it'll take you there too. So that's on the Laser Everything homepage too. I need to flesh this out a little bit more. This is not a very good sell. It's just everything you need. All in one easy to use integrated space.
Size 16.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, that's everything that I've been doing. I will say the only way that we are able to do any of this, as usual, thanks to our members over at the Laser Master Academy, and we need your support now more than ever. I'm once again asking for your financial support. We are spending a lot of money. All of this crap, it is not free. And the LMA members are the reason we've made it this far. If you are not a member over there and you like this shit that we are doing right now, please head over to masters.lasereverything.net and check it out. At some point, I would like to set up like a way to support us just on MakerREMIX, because we'll be able to support PayPal over there. So many people have asked about PayPal. I know we talked about that last week, but that's not in the near future because we have to finish
everything else.
One major project at a time.
Sorry, I got distracted by a notification again for like the 80th time today about how Google Domains is selling all of their registered domains to Squarespace.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
I thought it might have been Miranda sending you an official, you're fired.
Yeah, no, not yet. Not today.
Okay.
Anthony says, for only 39 cents a day, you can feed a Kyle or help develop a marketplace.
Is it really that much?
You ready? It'd be like this.
Math.
For 39 cents a day, you can feed Kyle.
Well, if you do the $8 plan across 30 days, it's 26 cents a day.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, the starving editors for $1.99 a month. Let's see.
Plans start at $8 a month.
There you go. Anthony said, "Cue the In the Arms of the Angel song."
Rough.
No, that's what the dogs say.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oof. So, anyways,
yeah, that's all I got. I'm done.
Go back real quick to the settings thing. Did anybody okay because I wanted to talk about one of the things that people need to look at when they're submitting a setting.
No, but I can go like pretend to submit a setting.
Willie just fed us all for a month. Thanks, Willie.
Thank you, Willie.
And the editors, thank you.
Yeah, I guess they're probably important.
Mm-hmm.
They make us look so
Jack's
good.
calling me fat.
Oh, no fat
wouldn't
jokes
be
in
Kyle.
chat. Tisk, tisk.
Got me. That's great. Yeah, or Matt. That's absolutely true. That shit wouldn't be. You kidding me? Oh my god. So one of the reasons I was saying go back real quick and look at the UV settings is because
I need to go approve your stupid setting. Hold on.
I know. I mean, you can look at it, but because I already closed that down. Let's see. The Jackson, sorry, I'm fat too. Oh, Miranda said, or Alex. Yeah. I can tell you right now, I literally am like, hey, good morning. How's everybody's day? And no one says shit to me. And then the next thing I see is like 3 hours later, Alex is like, I'm eating lunch. Like, arr.
I eat probably like 4 bowls of Cocoa Pebbles a day.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The blood sugar alone. Like, holy shit.
All right, what do you want me to do? UV laser,
right,
settings?
UV laser settings.
Yep, here we are. There's you. Do you feel special?
Yay, cutting glass. But real quick, click on it. Click on it.
Diabetes.
Ooh, that's
Not
the
the
world's
picture.
tallest, tiniest picture.
I'm not a good picture taker. You know this. And then if you look real quick at the bottom of it where it says like special instructions.
Oh, yeah, your notes.
That's one of those things where like, please put instructions for anybody. So in this one, like if you notice, there's if you've ever gone and looked at the form for it, it says any special notes, like, do you need to defocus? Is this something that you need to refocus as you go and stuff like that? So on this one, in layer settings, you have to turn on wobble. You actually have to change the presets that are there to make it a smaller wobble and a smaller size for the wobble to travel through. And then set the repeat and like fire is needed is what I put, but you have to be focused on the top layer. And as you go down, you may have to refocus a little bit a couple of times just to get a clean cut. But it also says be patient. Don't walk away from the glass because it can fracture and it can shatter. So you really need to be like, especially because my UV is right here. So it's like right at my face level. I literally turned the chair around. I had my Alex was making fun of me because I bought a blink camera for like $30, and I put one of them in the CO2, and then I have the other one just kind of here, and I literally can just watch it from my phone. You know, so it's one of those things where. But then I literally heard it going like click, 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 click. And this is actually because this is really thin, cheap glass. It started to shatter the glass that it was cutting because it was heating up so much. And also destabilizing in the center. So just, be careful with some of these things.
Pro tip.
Just a heads up. And like never put your face next to it. Like, is it working?
So here's Matt's best picture.
It's clear glass.
Let's go look at the one that Kyle uploaded.
Okay, all right.
Oh, that's not fair.
Why?
Because Kyle's smart. Kyle has a big brain. I got a smooth brain.
Wow.
Yeah. Slight difference.
Notice how
in fairness, I used a camera for that.
And also in fairness, I on a white surface took a
mine.
picture of a clear piece of glass.
Holy shit, Kyle. Kyle wrote a
Kyle's
book.
like
Thorough, baby.
If you want to
It was
read
a
Kyle's
Thursday
late,
afternoon.
it was sunny
This
on
is
that Thursday.
This was a novella, actually. This is what we call a novella. So,
2
just so you know.
fortnights ago.
Betwixt the laser, one must place the glass. And once a fortnight has twained you, I don't even know.
That's stupid. We're at an hour. Is everybody done?
Yeah, I'm done. Oh my god. Whatever. You're welcome for my beautiful language.
Just in time to finish my Coke. Thanks for watching, everybody. We appreciate you being here, especially you handful of people that are always here. We love you. We love seeing you. Is there an easy way to combine settings, libraries, and EasyCAD too? Yes.
Use the converter.
Damn, stop asking questions when I'm about to fucking close the show. If you come to lasereverything.net, we go to main site, resources, downloads, right here, downloads, and we scroll down past hell, you will get to the Shark Laser Parameter Converter. This is a piece of software you want. You can download it for free right from our website. It's right there. The first thing you're going to do is skip all of this, and you're going to scroll to this button right here that says support the creator, and you're going to buy David Christiansen. Christian? David Christian, Shark. Buy Shark a coffee. It's like $3 one time. Buy him a coffee. Then you're going to come back to the downloads page. You're going to download this program for free. And then here's the page that you want. It's called Combine. You load library 1 on the left, library 1 on the right. You check the settings from each library that you want. It combines them in the middle, and you save a new file. It literally could not be easier. Make sure that you support David for his really hard work on that, and then take advantage of it, because it's like the simplest way in the world to do it, and it's thanks to a member of our community. So that's that. Sorry, I had to answer that one. We are ending the show. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're going over right now to go sign up for the Laser Master Academy to make sure that we can finish all of the projects we started, specifically the marketplace, I'd really like to open that. Thank you in advance. Also, go sign up for MakerREMIX. It's MakerREMIX.com now. And it's MakerREMIX because we're going to be bringing in other things that aren't lasers. It's really exciting.
Is there a link in the description?
There isn't, but there will be. We'll add one. It's actually, yes. I think I did do the description. I'm going to say yes. That's a yes. I don't know that
if it's
for
not,
sure.
There will be.
It's a solid maybe.
Matt and Kyle, thanks for being here and talking. Boyce, thanks for being here and looking pretty.
And coughing.
Thanks for matching your shirt to your watch band. I really appreciate that. And that's all I've got, guys. I love each and every one of you. If you want to talk to me, I'll be on MakerREMIX. It's MakerREMIX.com. Go support us. Masters.lasereverything.net. Goodbye.
Do it now.
Do it now. Get to the chopper.